Ladies and gentlemen, our mind is our greatest asset. Just like a blade needs sharpening to stay effective, our mind requires the right tools and habits to stay sharp, focused, and powerful. Today I will share with you some of the most effective ways to sharpen your mind and unleash your full potential. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to sharpen your mind. The human brain thrives on new information, and every time we read, we expose ourselves to fresh ideas, perspectives, and knowledge. Books, articles, and research papers provide insights into different cultures, histories, and scientific discoveries, all of which expand our understanding of the world. The more we read, the more we develop a well-rounded intellect capable of critical thinking and problem solving. A sharp mind requires constant stimulation, and reading offers a workout for the brain. Just like physical exercise strengthens muscles, reading strengthens cognitive insight by enhancing vocabulary, improving comprehension, and increasing mental agility. When we engage with complex texts or thought-provoking literature, our brain is forced to process, analyze, and interpret information, which leads to greater intellectual sharpness. Another benefit of continuous learning through reading is its impact on memory retention. When we read, we absorb and store information, and recalling it later strengthens our memory pathways. This mental exercise is particularly helpful in preventing cognitive decline and keeping the brain active and alert. Studies have shown that individuals who read regularly have a lower risk of developing conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Reading also improves focus and concentration. In a fast-paced world filled with distractions, the ability to focus for extended periods is becoming rare. Books require deep attention, whether we are following a storyline, analyzing an argument, or understanding new concepts. By dedicating time to reading, we train our minds to concentrate, which can be beneficial in all areas of life, from work to personal relationships. One of the most exciting aspects of reading is that it allows us to learn from the greatest minds in history. Whether it's the theories of Albert Einstein, the philosophies of Socrates, or the discoveries of Nikola Tesla, reading gives us access to the wisdom of the world's most brilliant thinkers. By studying their ideas and approaches, we can apply their knowledge to our own lives and sharpen our problem-solving skills. In addition to books, continuous learning can come from various sources. Online courses, podcasts, documentaries, and discussions with knowledgeable individuals can all contribute to intellectual growth. The key is to maintain a mindset of lifelong learning, always seeking new knowledge and ways to improve our understanding of the world. Another important aspect of sharpening the mind through reading is the ability to analyze different perspectives. Exposure to diverse viewpoints helps us develop critical thinking skills and prevents us from being trapped in one way of thinking. By reading a variety of genres and authors, we become more open-minded and capable of making well-informed decisions. Ultimately, reading and continuous learning are essential habits for anyone who wants to sharpen their mind. The world is full of knowledge waiting to be explored, and the more we engage with it, the more intelligent, thoughtful, and capable we become. Developing the habit of reading daily, even if it's just a few pages, can have a transformative effect on our mental sharpness and overall intellectual ability. The human brain, like a muscle, needs regular exercise to stay strong and sharp. One of the best ways to keep your mind active is by challenging it with puzzles, problem-solving tasks, and strategic thinking. When we push our brains beyond their comfort zones, we force them to adapt, grow, and develop new neural connections, leading to improved mental agility and sharper thinking. Engaging in activities like Sudoku, chess, crossword puzzles, and brain training games stimulates different areas of the brain. These games require logical reasoning, pattern recognition, and strategic planning, all of which enhance cognitive function. For example, playing chess improves problem-solving skills, while solving math puzzles strengthens numerical reasoning. In today's fast-paced world, deep thinking is becoming a lost art. With endless distractions from social media, notifications, and multitasking, many people struggle to focus on a single thought for an extended period. However, practicing deep thinking is one of the most effective ways to sharpen the mind. It allows us to analyze problems thoroughly, make better decisions, and develop creative solutions that shallow thinking simply cannot achieve. Deep thinking involves going beyond the surface level of an idea. Instead of accepting information at face value, it requires questioning, analyzing, and evaluating different perspectives. For example, when faced with a challenge, a deep thinker does not immediately react, but instead takes the time to explore various solutions, weigh the pros and cons, and anticipate possible outcomes. This habit of careful reasoning leads to wiser choices in both personal and professional life. One way to cultivate deep thinking is by setting aside time for uninterrupted reflection. Many great thinkers, including Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, and Leonardo da Vinci, practiced solitude to process their thoughts deeply. Spending time alone without distractions allows the mind to wander freely, make connections between ideas, and develop original insights. Whether through journaling, meditation, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, deep thinking flourishes when given space to grow. Another method to develop deep thinking is through reading and engaging with complex materials. Books that challenge our understanding, such as philosophy, science, or literature, encourage us to think beyond our current knowledge. When we analyze arguments, question assumptions, and form our own conclusions, we exercise the brain's critical thinking abilities, making it sharper and more resilient. Asking thoughtful questions is also a powerful way to enhance deep thinking. Instead of accepting things as they are, we should constantly ask why and how. For example, rather than just memorizing historical facts, we should ask why events happened the way they did and how they continue to influence the world today. This habit of questioning leads to a deeper understanding of any subject and strengthens intellectual curiosity. Engaging in meaningful discussions with others can further enhance deep thinking. Conversations that challenge our views and expose us to different perspectives help us refine our thoughts and see issues from multiple angles. Debating ideas, defending our viewpoints, and considering counter-arguments all contribute to the development of a sharper, more analytical mind. Writing is another effective tool for deep thinking. When we write down our thoughts, we are forced to organize and clarify them. Writing essays, journaling reflections, or even composing detailed arguments on a topic helps refine our ability to think logically and critically. Many great thinkers throughout history have kept notebooks where they recorded their deepest ideas, leading to groundbreaking discoveries. Lastly, practicing patience in thinking is crucial. Deep thinking takes time, and rushing to conclusions can lead to poor decision-making. Training ourselves to slow down, consider different possibilities, and revisit ideas with fresh perspectives helps us cultivate a more profound and insightful way of thinking. The sharper our mind becomes through deep thinking, the more capable we are of solving complex problems and making a meaningful impact in the world. In a world filled with distractions, stress, and constant mental noise, meditation has become one of the most effective ways to sharpen the mind. It is not just a relaxation technique, but a powerful tool for improving focus, reducing stress, and enhancing cognitive function. By practicing meditation regularly, we can clear mental clutter and train our minds to stay calm, focused, and sharp. One of the biggest benefits of meditation is its ability to improve concentration. Our attention spans are constantly under attack from notifications, social media, and endless information. Meditation helps by training the brain to focus on a single point, whether it's the breath, a mantra, or a specific thought. Over time, this practice strengthens our ability to concentrate on important tasks without getting easily distracted. Another advantage of meditation is its role in reducing stress and anxiety. When we are stressed, our brains become overwhelmed, making it difficult to think clearly. Meditation helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone, allowing our minds to remain calm under pressure. A relaxed mind is a sharp mind capable of making better decisions and solving problems efficiently. Meditation also enhances self-awareness, which is essential for mental clarity. By sitting in silence and observing our thoughts, we become more aware of our mental patterns, biases, and emotional triggers. This awareness allows us to gain control over negative thoughts and replace them with positive, productive ones. The sharper our self-awareness, the better we can regulate our emotions and reactions. Scientific studies have shown that meditation can increase the brain's gray matter, which is responsible for memory, learning, and decision-making. This means that practicing meditation consistently can physically strengthen the brain, leading to improved cognitive abilities. Many successful individuals, including CEOs, athletes, and artists, incorporate meditation into their daily routines to enhance their mental sharpness. A simple meditation practice involves sitting comfortably, closing the eyes, and focusing on the breath. As thoughts arise, instead of getting lost in them, one gently brings the attention back to the breath. This practice teaches the mind to stay present, reducing overthinking and mental fog. Even just a few minutes of meditation each day can bring noticeable improvements in mental clarity and focus. In addition to traditional meditation, mindfulness, a state of being fully present in the moment, can be practiced throughout the day. Whether eating, walking, or working, being mindful of every action sharpens our attention and enhances our ability to process information. The more we practice mindfulness, the more alert and aware we become in our daily lives. Meditation is not about emptying the mind, but about training it to focus, observe, and remain calm in any situation. By incorporating meditation into our daily routines, we can develop a sharper, more resilient mind capable of handling challenges with clarity and confidence. The connection between the body and mind is undeniable. A strong, sharp mind requires a healthy body to function at its best. Many people focus on mental exercises to improve intelligence and cognitive skills, but neglecting physical health can weaken brain function. Proper nutrition, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep are essential for maintaining mental clarity, focus, and overall brain power. Exercise plays a crucial role in keeping the brain sharp. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that improve cognitive function. Regular workouts such as walking, jogging, yoga, or strength training stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BENF, a protein that supports brain cell growth and enhances memory. Studies have shown that individuals who exercise consistently have better problem-solving abilities, faster thinking speed, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. Nutrition is another key factor in maintaining a sharp mind. The food we eat directly affects brain function. A diet rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals can significantly enhance memory, focus, and mental clarity. Foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, fatty fish, and whole grains provide essential nutrients that support brain health. On the other hand, excessive consumption of processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can lead to sluggish thinking, brain fog, and even long-term cognitive issues. Hydration is often overlooked, but is just as important for brain function as food. The brain is made up of about 75% water, and even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems. Drinking enough water throughout the day ensures that the brain functions efficiently and remains alert. Caffeine and sugary drinks may provide temporary boosts in energy, but they can also lead to crashes that negatively affect mental performance. Sleep is another fundamental pillar of brain health. During sleep, the brain processes and consolidates information, removes toxins, and strengthens neural connections. A lack of sleep can impair memory, slow down reaction time, and make it difficult to concentrate. Research suggests that adults should aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night to maintain optimal cognitive function. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding screens before bedtime, and creating a relaxing sleep environment can help improve the quality of rest. Managing stress is also critical for maintaining both physical and mental health. Chronic stress can lead to the release of excessive cortisol, a hormone that negatively affects memory, decision-making, and overall brain function. Engaging in relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature can help reduce stress levels and protect the brain from its harmful effects. Another important aspect of physical health that impacts brain function is proper posture and movement. Sitting for prolonged periods, especially with poor posture, can restrict blood flow to the brain and lead to mental fatigue. Taking breaks to stretch, walk, or perform light exercises throughout the day can keep both the body and mind active and alert. Maintaining good physical health is not just about looking fit, it's about ensuring that the brain operates at its highest potential. When we prioritize exercise, nutrition, sleep, hydration, and stress management, we create the ideal conditions for our minds to remain sharp, focused, and capable of tackling life's challenges with clarity and efficiency. The people we spend time with have a profound impact on our thoughts, habits, and intellectual growth. Surrounding ourselves with intelligent, curious, and ambitious individuals can sharpen our minds, inspire us to think critically, and challenge us to improve. Just as iron sharpens iron, being in the company of smart people pushes us to expand our knowledge, develop new skills, and adopt better ways of thinking. One of the main benefits of engaging with intelligent individuals is exposure to new ideas. When we interact with people who have different perspectives, backgrounds, and expertise, we gain insights that we may not have discovered on our own. Conversations with knowledgeable people can introduce us to innovative concepts, expose us to thought-provoking discussions, and encourage us to think beyond our usual patterns. Being around intelligent and ambitious individuals also helps us set higher standards for ourselves. When we see others striving for excellence, we are more likely to push ourselves to achieve greater success. If we surround ourselves with people who are constantly learning, setting goals, and working on self-improvement, we naturally adopt those habits and mindsets as well. Smart people challenge our opinions and force us to think critically. Instead of accepting information at face value, we learn to analyze, question, and defend our viewpoints. Engaging in debates and discussions with intellectuals strengthens our reasoning skills, helps us identify weak arguments, and teaches us how to articulate our thoughts more clearly and persuasively. One of the best ways to surround ourselves with intelligent individuals is by joining communities that foster intellectual growth. Attending seminars, book clubs, networking events, and discussion groups allows us to interact with like-minded individuals who share a passion for learning and self-improvement. The more we expose ourselves to stimulating environments, the more we grow intellectually. It is also important to seek mentorship from people who are more knowledgeable or experienced than us. A great mentor can provide guidance, challenge our thinking, and help us refine our problem-solving abilities. Learning from someone who has already achieved what we aspire to accomplish can save us time, broaden our perspectives, and accelerate our personal and professional growth. At the same time, surrounding ourselves with intelligent people does not mean avoiding those who may not have the same level of knowledge. Everyone has unique strengths and experiences, and we can learn something valuable from almost anyone. However, prioritizing relationships with individuals who encourage growth, challenge our assumptions, and inspire us to think deeply is essential for sharpening the mind. Ultimately, the company we keep shapes our mindset, influences our ambitions, and determines the kind of person we become. If we want to develop sharper intellects, make better decisions, and achieve greater success, we must surround ourselves with people who encourage us to think bigger, learn more, and never stop growing. A sharp mind is not just about logic and knowledge, it thrives on creativity and curiosity. The most brilliant thinkers, including Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, and Steve Jobs, all had one thing in common: an insatiable curiosity and a fearless approach to creativity. By embracing these qualities, we can expand our thinking, find innovative solutions, and sharpen our ability to analyze the world in new ways. Curiosity is the foundation of learning. When we ask questions and seek to understand how things work, we activate our brain's problem-solving abilities. Instead of accepting things as they are, a curious mind digs deeper, exploring possibilities and uncovering new insights. This habit not only makes us more knowledgeable, but also strengthens our ability to connect ideas and think critically. One way to cultivate curiosity is to develop the habit of asking why, how, and what if. These simple questions encourage deeper thinking and challenge existing assumptions. For example, instead of merely accepting a historical event, we can ask why it happened, how it influenced the world, and what would have been different if certain factors had changed. This approach trains the brain to think beyond surface-level understanding. Creativity, on the other hand, is the ability to think outside the box. It is not limited to artists and musicians. It is a skill that benefits scientists, entrepreneurs, engineers, and anyone looking to solve problems. The ability to approach challenges from unique angles allows us to develop solutions that others might not consider. Many of the world's greatest innovations have come from those who dared to think differently. One effective way to boost creativity is through exposure to different experiences. Trying new hobbies, traveling, reading diverse genres, and engaging with various cultures all help expand our creative thinking. When we step outside our routine and immerse ourselves in unfamiliar situations, we force our brains to adapt, learn, and create new neural connections. Another way to strengthen creativity is by giving ourselves permission to make mistakes. Fear of failure often limits creative thinking, but some of the greatest discoveries in history happened by accident. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, and each failure taught him something valuable. A sharp mind understands that mistakes are opportunities to learn and refine ideas. Collaboration also plays a significant role in enhancing creativity. Brainstorming with others, discussing ideas, and engaging in group problem-solving challenges our perspectives and introduces us to new ways of thinking. Many groundbreaking innovations have resulted from teams of curious and creative individuals working together to push the boundaries of what is possible. By embracing curiosity and creativity, we train our minds to be more flexible, adaptable, and innovative. The more we explore, experiment, and question, the sharper our thinking becomes, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with intelligence and originality. A sharp mind is not just about accumulating knowledge, it's about knowing how to think. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information, question assumptions, and make well-reasoned decisions. It allows us to separate facts from opinions, recognize biases, and evaluate different perspectives before reaching conclusions. By strengthening our critical thinking skills, we become more logical, objective, and capable of solving complex problems. One of the first steps in developing critical thinking is learning to question everything. Instead of accepting information at face value, we should ask, is this true? What evidence supports this? Are there alternative explanations? These questions force us to dig deeper and examine the reliability of the information we receive. This habit is especially important in the digital age, where misinformation spreads rapidly. Another key aspect of critical thinking is recognizing cognitive biases. Our brains are wired to take shortcuts in processing information, which can lead to errors in judgment. For example, confirmation bias makes us seek out information that supports what we already believe, while the availability heuristic makes us rely too much on recent or dramatic examples. Being aware of these biases helps us think more objectively and make better decisions. Analyzing arguments is another essential skill in critical thinking. Whether reading an article, listening to a speech, or engaging in a debate, we should assess the logic behind the statements. Are the claims supported by credible evidence? Are there logical fallacies, such as exaggerations or emotional appeals? A sharp mind does not just accept persuasive words, it looks for substance and reasoning. Problem solving is a major benefit of critical thinking. Instead of reacting impulsively to challenges, a critical thinker breaks down problems into smaller parts, identifies potential solutions, and evaluates the best course of action. This methodical approach leads to smarter, more effective decisions in both personal and professional life. Another way to enhance critical thinking is by engaging in intellectual discussions. Talking with people who hold different viewpoints forces us to defend our ideas, consider counter-arguments, and refine our reasoning. Debating constructively without hostility encourages open-mindedness and helps us recognize the strengths and weaknesses of different perspectives. Reading widely also contributes to critical thinking development. Exposure to different fields, science, philosophy, history, psychology, expands our ability to analyze ideas from multiple angles. Books that challenge our beliefs force us to reconsider our assumptions and refine our understanding of the world. The more perspectives we explore, the sharper our thinking becomes. Practicing patience in thinking is crucial. Quick decisions are sometimes necessary, but rushing to conclusions often leads to errors. Taking time to gather information, weigh options, and reflect before making a judgment allows for better decision making. A truly sharp mind is not just fast, it is careful, thoughtful, and precise in its reasoning. A sharp mind is one that never stops growing. Lifelong learning and continuous reading are among the most effective ways to keep the brain active, expand knowledge, and improve cognitive function. The world is constantly evolving, and those who make a habit of reading and learning new things stay ahead, adapting to changes and acquiring valuable insights. Knowledge is like fuel for the brain. It strengthens our ability to think critically, solve problems, and make informed decisions. Reading exposes us to new ideas, perspectives, and cultures. It allows us to step into the minds of great thinkers, scientists, and philosophers, learning from their experiences and discoveries. Whether reading fiction, non-fiction, biographies, or scientific research, every book offers a different way of seeing the world. This variety of knowledge enhances creativity, broadens our understanding, and improves our ability to connect ideas across different fields. One of the biggest benefits of reading is its impact on vocabulary and communication skills. The more we read, the more words and concepts we absorb, allowing us to express ourselves more clearly and effectively. A sharp mind is not just about intelligence, it's also about articulating thoughts in a way that others can understand. Strong communication skills enhance relationships, boost confidence, and improve professional success. Reading also strengthens memory and concentration. When we read a book, we must remember characters, events, arguments, and ideas. This mental exercise improves our ability to retain information and recall it when needed. At the same time, reading requires sustained focus, training the brain to concentrate for longer periods without distraction. In an age of short attention spans, developing the ability to focus deeply is a powerful skill. Continuous learning goes beyond books. It involves actively seeking out new skills, knowledge, and experiences. Taking online courses, attending workshops, listening to podcasts, and watching educational documentaries are all ways to engage the brain and acquire new information. The more we learn, the more adaptable and resourceful we become, allowing us to tackle challenges with confidence and intelligence. Another way to enhance learning is by teaching others. When we explain concepts to someone else, we reinforce our understanding and strengthen our knowledge. Teaching forces us to organize our thoughts, simplify complex ideas, and approach topics from different perspectives. Whether mentoring a colleague, discussing a book with a friend, or sharing insights online, teaching is a powerful tool for sharpening the mind. Curiosity is the driving force behind continuous learning. Instead of passively absorbing information, a sharp mind actively seeks answers, asks questions, and explores new topics. Developing the habit of learning something new every day keeps the brain engaged and prevents mental stagnation. Even small efforts, such as reading a new article, practicing a new language, or exploring a different subject, contribute to long-term cognitive growth. In a world where knowledge is easily accessible, those who commit to lifelong learning gain a significant advantage. The more we invest in reading and education, the sharper our thinking becomes, allowing us to make better decisions, solve complex problems, and navigate life with greater wisdom and insight. A sharp mind thrives on challenges. When we push ourselves beyond our comfort zones and engage in new experiences, we stimulate brain activity, strengthen neural connections, and develop mental resilience. Just like muscles grow stronger with exercise, the brain becomes sharper when faced with unfamiliar situations that require adaptation and learning. Seeking out new challenges not only keeps life exciting, but also enhances problem-solving skills, creativity, and cognitive flexibility. One of the most effective ways to challenge the mind is by learning a new skill. Whether it's playing a musical instrument, speaking a foreign language, or mastering a new technology, acquiring new abilities forces the brain to create and reinforce neural pathways. Research has shown that learning complex skills improves memory, enhances concentration, and even delays cognitive decline. The process of struggling through something new builds mental endurance and strengthens intellectual capacity. Traveling to new places is another powerful way to challenge the brain. Exploring unfamiliar environments, interacting with different cultures, and adapting to new customs require mental flexibility and problem solving. Travel exposes us to new perspectives, broadens our understanding of the world, and forces us to think in ways we wouldn't in our everyday routines. Even small changes in our surroundings, such as taking a different route to work or trying a new cuisine, can stimulate the brain in unexpected ways. Taking on intellectual challenges, such as solving puzzles, playing strategy games, or engaging in deep discussions, also helps sharpen the mind. Activities like chess, Sudoku, crosswords, and brain training apps encourage logical thinking, memory retention, and pattern recognition. These mental workouts keep the brain active and improve cognitive abilities, helping us think faster and more efficiently. Physical challenges also contribute to mental sharpness. Activities like rock climbing, martial arts, or even learning a new dance routine require coordination, focus, and quick decision-making. These activities train the brain to process information rapidly while improving balance, reflexes, and problem-solving under pressure. The connection between physical activity and mental agility highlights the importance of staying active for overall brain health. Embracing discomfort is a key part of challenging the mind. Many people avoid difficult tasks because they fear failure, but struggle and failure are essential components of growth. Facing obstacles head-on forces us to think critically, adapt, and develop resilience. Every challenge we overcome builds confidence and prepares us to tackle more complex problems in the future. Surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us intellectually is another way to sharpen the mind. Engaging in discussions with individuals who have different perspectives, debating complex topics, and seeking out mentors who push us beyond our limits encourage growth. Being in an environment that stimulates curiosity and critical thinking prevents mental stagnation and keeps the brain engaged. Ultimately, challenging ourselves with new experiences keeps the mind sharp, flexible, and ready for anything. The more we step outside our comfort zones, push our intellectual and physical limits, and embrace unfamiliar situations, the more adaptable and intelligent we become. Sharpening the mind is a lifelong journey that requires dedication, curiosity, and a willingness to push beyond limits. By continuously learning, embracing challenges, surrounding ourselves with intelligent individuals, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, we create the ideal conditions for mental growth. A sharp mind is not just about intelligence, it is about adaptability, creativity, and the ability to think critically in any situation. As Albert Einstein once said, intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. The pursuit of knowledge, self-improvement, and mental agility should never stop. Every day presents an opportunity to expand our thinking, question our assumptions, and refine our understanding of the world. The key to unlocking our full potential lies in our habits and choices. If we actively engage in activities that challenge our intellect, nurture our curiosity, and strengthen our cognitive abilities, we can continuously enhance our minds. The sharper our minds become, the better equipped we are to navigate life's complexities, solve problems, and achieve success in all areas. Let us commit to a life of intellectual growth, never settling for mediocrity, and always striving to think deeper, learn more, and become the best versions of ourselves. A sharp mind is the most powerful tool we have. Let's use it wisely and continuously sharpen it, just as the greatest minds in history have done.